after 44 years of doing this, so I'm quietly proud of what we've achieved.
Välkomna till Studio MSC.
Today we have a guest with us, David Carter, CEO of Austral Fisheries. A warm welcome to you, David.
Hey guys, good to be with you.
Yes, we're extremely happy to have you here on Studio MSC. You were the first MSC-certified fishery and company in Australia, and you decided to cooperate with Sea Shepherd, an environmental activist group who are considered radical and extreme by many. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, your company, and why you chose to cooperate with Sea Shepherd?
Yeah, thanks. A little bit about myself. I've been in this company for 44 years, and so I've had a lot of experience. The business is active in a number of currently MSC-certified fisheries, the northern prawn fishery and the subantarctic fisheries for Patagonian toothfish and mackerel icefish. But in the late 90s, we were the first commercial signatories to what was then an idea that was the MSC, and we went on to use our influence to support the world's first certified fishery, which was Western rock lobster. And I recall clearly at that time we were considered a bit radical as well for being friends with those evil greenie people. And then 20 years on, the Sea Shepherd collaboration was sort of viewed similarly. So it was like, oh, well, why are you being friends with Sea Shepherd? But the theme across both those is really one of the ability to agree on the things that we agree about and to build that respect, and then just simply set aside the things that we didn't agree on. And so in the case of the MSC, it's now well understood that we support good fisheries management, good science into those fish stocks, good governance arrangements that monitor and respond to changes. And so it was with Sea Shepherd, where we had a significant threat from illegal fishing, particularly for toothfish. Sea Shepherd were taking an interest in that fishery, and we quickly built a mutual trust and rapport based on our shared interest, and that was the elimination of illegal fishing, some concerted action and leadership around marine ocean plastics, and a broader commitment to greater ambition from governments and industry on climate change. And so really those three, it's like, what's not to love, right? That's like motherhood and apple pie. And so we've done some really special things together, and I'm super proud of the partnership that we've formed.
In order to move towards greater sustainability, we all need to play our different parts. What do you think is your role as a company, and what role should NGOs play to achieve greater sustainability?
So I think for us, there's no doubt, Carl, that as an industry voice, we're heard differently in these debates from that of NGOs, and vice versa. So an NGO voice in support of industry, for example, can be like it can get a consumer or a critic to pay attention. In our place, I see our role and our opportunity is to use our products and our brand and our story in a way that better helps us explain the many decisions that we make in delivering sustainable seafood to the world, and providing that information. I think we just end up with better policy outcomes and greater loyalty from consumers and trust. And so at a time when all those things are in a limited supply, that loyalty trust piece also makes good sense from a business point of view, because I think it builds premium. So transparency, loyalty, trust, premium. It's a very compelling story, and together we can collaborate. So in that great sort of, if you like, the ideological divide between sort of extreme, if you like, right-wing industry views, you know, the very much the cut it down and kill it kind of end of industry versus the complete preservationist, conservation, NGO sort of space. These are still useful voices because they help bookend the debate. These are the extremes of positions that can be adopted, but if you operate at any one of those extremes, then you become like a zealot. It's like, and then it's like arguing with drunks. There's nothing to be gained. And so my respect for the MSC, and I think the work that's the valuable work that's done in conservation and in progressive politics anywhere is in the middle ground. So it's the ability to have respectful conversations with those that are ready to compromise in the interest of the greater good and advance the cause. And so I see that's been our strength, and I think that's the strength of the MSC and other moderate NGOs in this space.
You're the CEO of Austral Fisheries with extensive knowledge of the seafood sector. So how does one build a successful company, and what is leadership to you?
The first question is one day at a time, Lene. It's like one day at a time. Do the right thing, bring together teams of good people, put them in the right place, and support them. And I think that helps do the right thing. So it's like good things turn out well. And what is leadership? It's the great magical question of our time. For me, it's being servant to some extent. I sort of take the view that the problems are mine and the triumphs are ours. So that is, you know, we share the wins, but when the going gets really tough, it's not like, you're not throwing people under the bus. You know, we're in this together. We'll solve this together, and I think that's important. And there's just books and books and books read about this, but workplaces need to be psychologically safe. People need to feel they're part of something bigger, and that's very much, I think, one of the strengths at Austral, which is we have sought to push the boundaries and provide that leadership piece, not only within the business, but more broadly with the industry and beyond. And after 44 years of doing this, I'm quietly proud of what we've achieved.
Thank you so much for meeting us today, David. We're extremely grateful for your contribution. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks very much, and yeah, I wish you well on the ongoing platform here. I think it's a really good value add, so congratulations.
Tack för att ni har tittat på Studio MSC idag.
Och glöm inte att välja den blå fisken.
And tack to you too.